Welcome Reckless Wanderers, it's Robert here, and today I want to show you a beginner guide for standard or softcore leagues in Path of Exile. It is a tornado shot ranger that uses one particular unique to keep this build powerful and cheap, and this is the Infractum Decimation Bow with the unique property that arrows always pierce, which effectively adds another link to your skill setup. With this tornado shot, not only pierces with its first arrow, but also with all the others. We're supporting it with critable multiple projectiles, and with that we are having a really big AoE clear speed, but also very good single target because the arrow, one volley of tornado shot can hit a single enemy like 3 or 4 times. To counter the drawback that we cannot leech life or mana, we're using the Spirit Void Notable to get mana on hit, and this pretty much saves all our mana problems unless we are fighting one single tanky enemy. For auras we're using Hatred and Herald of Ash because both of them scale the physical damage really well. For our curses we're using Split Arrow with Curse on Hit, Assassin's Mark and Life Gain on Hit to generate power charges. And to get frenzy charges we're using Blood Rage with Cast when damage taken. Now, we don't benefit from the leech from Blood Rage, but still the attack speed and the frenzy charges is worth it. Enduring Cry gives us physical mitigation and life regen, and then we have the Golem and Blink Arrow as other utility skills. Our main skill, Tornado Shot, is supported with critable multiple projectiles, physical projectile attack damage, added fire damage, and increased critical damage for as much damage as possible. Currently netting me at 10k DPS, or almost 11k unbuffed without charges. For single target we have Puncture with physical projectile attack damage, increased critical strikes and increased critical damage. You could also use a trap for a little bit more damage, but that's fine. Hatred and Herald of Ash I already mentioned for the auras. Then the curse setup to give us power charges and also some life back. Also if you're encountering Thorn Splash, life gain on hit is very nice. And then we have the Blood Rage cast when damage taken setup at level 5. This is a medium level Blood Rage, and then the 2 support skills, and Enduring Cry of course. In terms of items, nothing really expensive here. The Infractum is really cheap, you can get it for a couple of chaos. The most expensive item is the chest, should be an Assassin's Guard with life and resists. Then you have all your DPS items, the belt where you can have a lot of elemental damage, then the quiver with as much crit accuracy, flat damage as you can get. Amulet and rings should have, apart from life and resist, should have added damage, crit and accuracy. And then the least important items are helmet, gloves and boots, where you should focus on life and resist obviously, and stats, like whatever you can get in strength and is good. Alternatively, if you have a bit more budget, you can get yourselves a Drillneck and a Maligaro's Virtuosity. This will boost your damage quite a bit, but you will lose a lot of life. And those items are of course extremely rare and extremely expensive, which is why I didn't consider them. In terms of the passive tree, it's a pretty straightforward ranger spec. You start with attack speed, go through evasion and life, over to finesse, and go all the way to aspect of eagle. Then you have nice early damage and also a bit of survivability. Then you want to go to the ranger area as quick as possible. Get Spirit Void, this solves your mana problems. Herbalist and continue all the way up. Grab aggro and face aggro. Go through the life and over quickness, sniper, coordination, blood siphon into trickery. Once you are there, you start to pick up the stuff in the duelist area, grabbing thick skin, continuing straight on through the projectile nodes, out of the Gladiator into Bravery, and also pick up Golem's Blood. From this point on you can pretty much run Blood Rage. And then you can start to pick up crit. So you start with King of the Hill, which is a really powerful cluster. Then get Lethality, continue up, get Heartseeker and Equity. In the shadow area you pick Death Perception, and then you go all the way up through cold-hearted calculation and pick up the last life wheel. And then the final nodes to pick up are Heavy Draw and Deadly Draw, and if you need more move speed, attack speed, you can get Quick Step. Alternatives are Weathered Hunter or the Master Fletcher. You haven't really compared them to the other clusters, so I can't really say if they're ultimately better. This build is really versatile. There's not much that you can't do with it. You can also kill at 0 with it. As you can see here, with single target, stuff takes a bit longer. Puncture isn't as strong as it was before, but still, this build is really strong. Eventually, if you're fighting a single mob, you will run out of mana. Just throw in a couple of auto attacks and you're fine. As soon as there are multiple enemies, this build wrecks everything. The map material I'm showing here is pretty low level maps because I don't have much high level stuff on standard, but I'm pretty confident that this build can also clear high level maps efficiently. That's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in game.